Do you have a good passive income coming from investments or pension and wish to retire in Italy? Then this video is for you, because we'll dive into the elective residence visa and see how it works. Hi, I'm Michele Vitale, Italian citizenship lawyer and founder of Elective. So what is an elective residence visa? It's a special type of visa which lets you live in Italy for a long period of time without working. It's for people with money who want to enjoy life in Italy without working there. If you have a good income from things like pensions or investments, you can get this visa. It lets you live in Italy and enjoy the Italian lifestyle without needing to work. There are many great things about having an elective residence visa in Italy. Here are some of the best parts. You can enjoy your second home in Italy. With this visa, you can have a second home and fully experience the country's culture, art, history and way of life. You can join in the festivals, explore different regions in Italy and become part of the vibrant community. Then you can enjoy our healthcare and social services. Italy has a very good healthcare system, and with this visa you can access high-quality medical services. You have peace of mind knowing that you can get medical help if you need it. Then there are business and investment opportunities. Italy is a great place for business and investment. With this visa, you can explore entrepreneurial opportunities, start your own business, or invest in existing venture. Education and research options. You have plenty of those. Italy has excellent universities and research institutions. With this visa, you can pursue academic programs, language courses, or research projects. You'll benefit from Italy's rich academic environment and gain valuable knowledge and skill. And of course, you can travel in Europe. Italy is part of the Schengen area, which means you can travel to 26 European countries without a visa. Having an elective residence visa for Italy allows you to freely travel within the Schengen area, both for tourism and business purposes. Let's now dive into the eligibility criteria for obtaining an elective residence visa in Italy. In order to get it, you need to meet specific requirements set by Italian authorities. You can find those requirements in any consulate's website that you can find on the web. Let's see some general criteria that you will find everywhere. 1. Passive incomes. You must show that you have a stable income that doesn't come from work. These can be things like pensions, investment earnings, or rental income. You need to have a minimum of 31,000 euros per year for a single applicant. If you have more applicants, that number is higher. Health insurance. You need to have a valid health insurance that covers you during your stay in Italy. This ensures you can get necessary medical services and won't burden the Italian healthcare system. As an alternative, once you are a resident in Italy, you can subscribe for our social healthcare system, which is free and grants complete medical assistance in case you need it. Then you need to have a suitable accommodation. You must provide proof that you have a place to live in Italy. This can be a rental agreement, ownership document, so if you buy a house, or a letter from someone offering you an accommodation. Remember that all these criteria may vary depending on which consulate you choose to apply, so it's a good idea to check the specific requirements from the Italian authorities or seek professional help to make sure that you meet all the criteria. I won't go into the details of how to apply for an elective residence visa. I'll just give you some rough information. Getting an elective residence visa involves several important steps. Here is how it usually goes. First of all, you need to do research and planning. Before you start your application process, you need to do some research and gather information about the requirements, for example, the eligibility and documents that are needed by the consulate that you choose. Planning ahead makes the process much easier. Then you need to prepare documents. You need to review the consulate checklist, like a valid passport, proof of finances, as explained earlier, health insurance and accommodation details. Then you will submit your application. Once your documents are ready, you'll apply at the Italian consulate or embassy in your home country. Then you need to pay the fees set forth by the consulates. Processing times may vary, so you need to check those with the consulate and apply well in advance to allow for any delays. Then you will track your application and follow up, because you need to stay updated on the application status. And you'll do that checking it online or contacting directly the consulate. Once approved, you will collect the visa and then travel to Italy. After that, you will register with authorities and get the elective residence permit. This is a very important point. The elective residence permit is a different document from the elective residence visa. Let's see the difference. The terms visa and permit are often used interchangeably when talking about elective residence, but they refer to different stages of the process for establishing a long-term residence in a foreign country. An elective residence visa is the initial authorization granted by a country's consulate or embassy to an individual who intends to reside in that country for non-work related purposes. It is typically obtained before traveling to the country and is issued based on specific eligibility criteria, such as those that I explained earlier. On the other hand, an elective residence permit, also known as residence permit or residence card, is a document obtained after arriving in the destination country. It's an official authorization granted by the immigration authorities of the country, the Italian Questura, to legally reside in the country for a longer duration. The permit is usually obtained by individuals who have already entered the country with a visa and wish to extend their stay beyond the initial visa validity. The residence permit provides a legal basis for living in the country for 1 year. The residence permit provides a legal basis for living in the country for 1 year and may be subject to renewal. In other words, the elective residence visa is the initial authorization to enter and stay in a foreign country for a specified period, while the elective residence permit is the necessary document obtained within the country that grants the legal right to reside for a longer duration. The visa allows entry, while the permit allows for continued legal residence. When you get an Italian residency visa and permit, you need to understand their taxation and financial implications. They are crucial when considering an elective residence in Italy. It is important to be aware of the tax laws, regulations, and obligations that apply to residents. That's why I suggest to contact a professional or a tax lawyer in order to do the best choices in your situation. And I give you this suggestion also because Italy, just like many other countries, consider residents typically subject to taxation on their worldwide income. Now, that doesn't mean that any elective residence visa holder will be subject to taxation, because there's a difference between being a resident for the permit requirements and being a resident for being subject to Italian taxation. They are two separate concepts that may or may not go together depending on the circumstances. As a rule of thumb, you can consider that in order to be considered subject to Italian taxation, you should be in Italy for more than half a year, or you should have in Italy the main location of your affairs and interests. If none of the above apply, and you are able to prove it, then you should not be subject to Italian taxation. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up below and subscribe to my channel. This way you'll get updates on when I will publish my next videos and news on my website Italyget.